Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to flip this thing over and try to take off of this back wheel. And then I'm going to try to go to Home Depot or something like that and see if I can find the bolt to replace this. I tried using some zip ties. You might see that. You might see me try to finagle with those. It didn't work. It ended up revving the tire and having problems with it. And I could take the fender off for those of you that are like, just take it off. I don't want to take it off. I enjoy having fenders on this bike so that I can ride it whenever it's raining. So without further ado, I'm gonna put the towel down and we're gonna try to flip this thing over and take the back wheel off. Enjoy. And for those of you probably saying that you don't necessarily have to put the towel down, it's mainly because of this computer right here, and I got a little bell that I put on it, and I don't want to scratch any of that up. Oh, wheel, wheel. And now that's something to keep in mind. I just leaned it back on the back fender. Got it off there pretty quick. I did bend that for a little bit of time right there. Let's hope that that's not an issue. Crap. Well, let's hope it's not too much of a problem. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get these little covers off here, and then we're gonna take. I think it's gonna be a 15 millimeter wrench. 15 millimeter, and it is. Sweet. Lefty loosey on both sides. Got a little bracket here that might take away. Let's hope that it's not paint. Definitely on there tight. Okay. There we go. So, recap. If you're going to flip this thing over, you might want to get someone to help you, or just lay it on its side and then flip it over, rather than doing what I did, was put it up on its back tire and then try to hoist it back. And that's just because of this back fender. I have had experience with a previous bike where that back fender, no, excuse me, it was the front fender, was really difficult to get back into shape. And you don't want to deal with trying to bend that and get it back into the spot. All right, so we got that off. It's just a nut and a washer on both sides. Take that off. And then whenever you're taking this off, you're going to flip this derailleur back. You should just be able to pull it right up and out. Make sure you're paying attention to your little speed sensor on this left, on this, what is my right now. I think it's the left side of the bike. And then roll it out. It's a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be because of the fender. Go, got it. All right, got her off. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Okay, we got it off. Something to keep in mind that this bike just has regular dropouts, and then it's pretty easy to take the wheel on and off. That's probably a key indicator that this bike is easier to work on with the mid drive versus the hub drive. I've got another hub drive bike that I took the hub drive off, rear motor off, and you got to unhook stuff, and it's not very easy to do. So I would say if you like working on your own stuff, mid drive is probably the better one to buy. So what I'm going to do is work on taking this bolt out right here, and then I'm going to see if I can put it in here, and if it'll fit. If it does fit properly, then I will take that to Home Depot and try to replace it. So let's do it. I don't have all my tools, so I'm going to try this with a knife and see what happens. I'm gonna go get some scissors. I'll be back. All right, go back. Got my beer, got my scissors. Let's get going. Could have used a different gauge of zip tie and made that work, but it didn't feel right. Kind of actually felt super clunky compared to just going to Home Depot and trying to find a bolt that would fit in there. All right, so then let's take a screwdriver. Let's find the fillet screwdriver. Here we go. I've got a handy dandy little tool with a Phillips screwdriver on there, and then on one end, and it's an Allen on the other. Pretty sure I got this with like an IKEA furniture set, but whatever. If it works, it works. Also, guys, what I'm probably gonna do is both on the back and the front, after I get this working, probably gonna buy some Loctite. And when I reinstall these bolts, I'm gonna do it with Loctite. It's gonna make it harder to get them out, and it might be a bad idea if I ever want to take these fenders off. I can just, I guess, put a little bit more oomph in it and get that off. All right, so we got this little bitty old thing right here off, and we're gonna see if we can't put it back in the spot where it came out on this other. If we can, might be in business. Okay. All right. So it's cinching down. I think we're in business, guys. I think we've got a solution. All right. So recap: if you lose one of these bolts, either here, here, potentially back here, you can just take it off, take off the back wheel, take it out of the dropouts, and then undo the bolt that's still there, go to Home Depot, find a bolt that matches the threads and the depth, and then replace it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause the video, go to Home Depot, see if I can find a bolt, and I'll be back. Thanks, dudes. Well, thanks, whatever. I'll be back. I have 2 bolts here from the parts bin. We're going to try them and see how it goes. I don't know if they're going to match, but if we can get them to work, then why not? A little tight. Let's see if we can just put it in the old spot. And if you guys try this at home, make sure not to just go to town on it, just softly put it in real nice. Make sure that the threads are seated and that you're not potentially wearing out those threads. So, well, I think we have a potential candidate. The only problem is, yeah, we have a bit of a problem. The bolt Sorry if you can't hear. All right, so the bolt that I have to replace it is the proper thread. It's just a little too long. So I'm going to try to take you over here and see if you can see it. Might be kind of hard, but we'll see. So right there, I don't know if you can tell. Sorry, I don't have a tripod. That right there, see how it's hitting that kickstand bolt? That's the problem. So it's actually it's holding, but I might have to get a washer. Let's see if I can get a washer. Maybe that'll work. So we're gonna back that off. A little camera wobble. Let's see. We're gonna go and consult the parts bin again as soon as I find my tool that I just put down. Okay. There is another bolt back here, and I'm contemplating taking this one off because I think it's probably the right depth. I could use that one back here. The only issue that I'm worried about is that it might stick out too far and rub the tire. Let's see if I can find some washers first. Parts bin. Might have some potential. So I officially do not have any washers. Not in this part, in this area. And let's go see. I have it somewhere else. All right, I'm gonna pause you and go consult my other parts bins. All right, dude. So after consulting the parts bin, I think we have a winner. This is definitely not a washer. I do have a washer that fit on a bolt that was about the same size. But I also have, if it'll fit, this little doohickey. And what it is like, I think it goes on a valve stem. I'm pretty sure what this does is just goes down on the valve stem and then seats down on it by screwing down. I'm going to try to use it on here. See what happens. Okay. Where's the tool? Huh, got it. In my pocket. Let's give you guys some light. It's not perfect, but it'll do. So I'm going to take this off, back it out. Cool thing is, this works. I have like 3 or 4 of these bolts. It's from another project that I had with a T-bike. And I know what you're thinking, this is e-bike too, but it was an actual like trials little motorcycle deal. So these are the same length and width to be the same thread. And let's see what we can do with it. Again, when you put this in, make sure that you're clear tight before you start the threads in there. Just make sure I'm not going to strip it out. It's not much going there. It's maybe we can stress a little. See if that is- Okay, so it fought me a little bit at first. What in? Oh, what I just lost? I lost something. Oh, hello. I think I just lost a little cover on this sensor. Get right to that in a second. Full. Okay. I just knocked this little thing off the sensor for the wheel. I'm just gonna put that right back in there. Over this thing. I'm pretty sure that's where that came from. I don't know where else it came from. Some open around. Cool. So we've got that in there. The only concern that I have is that it may rub the tire when I put it in. If that is the case, what we'll do is we'll remove this back one, this back bolt, and then I'll put the front back bolt right here, and then I'll put this longer bolt back here, which with the washer should give it just as much, close to the same distance. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to put this back wheel on. Okay, reverse steps of what we did earlier. Just take it, pull this derailleur back, set those two in the drop ins. Oh yeah, we got plenty of room. Plenty of room. That doesn't feel right though because I got this in here and doesn't seem. Oh yeah, you gotta make sure that when you put this in, that you get it in between the brake calipers too. There's something going on here. There we go. That better. Now, what's weird is it's now bent a little bit. I guess that's a result of me trying to tip the bike up. So you might have to mess with this fender a little bit just to make sure that you get it right. It looks like it's right. Don't hear any rubbing. Don't see any rubbing. I do hear the brake making a little bit of a noise. But that noise. What is making that noise? That ship is acting like what's happening right here? Maybe I need to cinch it down. She is acting weird. But when I cinch this down, it might make a big difference because it would tighten the end on the bike. So take the washer, nut, put it on either side. And tighten it down. Like so. Finger tight, starting off with. Go opposite directions. There we go. Come on. Come on. Cool. Alright, now they're both in. And we don't seem to be having any crazy rubbing anywhere. At least that I can see. And look for tighten it up. Once it's tight, and we go right. This side right here with the fender and the stand make it a little bit harder to get to. And of course, if you have more money than I do, which I probably need to get, this bike rack that we could just put this right side up and then take this off. But keep in mind, if you buy a bike rack, it needs to be for an e-bike because this bike is significantly heavier than regular bike. Okay, okay. We got her tightened down. And she does not seem to be making the noises that she was making before. It is trying to skip gears. I don't know why. Kind of in between on that one gear. Maybe I have it messed up down here. I'll try to shift once. There we go. I think it was just in between gears whenever I pulled it backwards. I think I just shifted it like halfway and was trying to move around on it. Okay, so cool. So just so you guys see the final result, we have right here, if you can see it, there's actually where there wasn't a gap between that bolt and this bolt, there is now. And right here, you can see that it's not rubbing. That bolt is like right there. Okay. All right, dudes. Well, that is my first fix on this bike, and it seems to be working. I'm going to take it out for a spin and see what we can do about it. Yeah. I will be taking it off probably again and putting Loctite in there. Probably should have done that just now. Yeah. I'm gonna go ride it, test it out, and then I'll probably take it off, put Loctite on there. But it's exactly what I just did. Just getting a blue packet of Loctite, putting on the threads, and then cinch it down, and you should be good to go. All right, guys. Well, that is my 300-mile review of this bike. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. If you want to see any more content, I'm going to try to do some ride videos with it. I don't have a camera. That's why I haven't done it. But if I get one that I can do a ride video, I'll definitely post it up. And hopefully you guys will watch it and use it as, I guess, a decision point to either purchase or not purchase this bike. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked it, leave me a like. If you have any questions, post them below, and I'll try to get back to you. Thanks for watching.